Good afternoon, everyone. This is Xijia here in Valencia, the third largest city in Spain. And we know that 5G has become one of the hottest topics in recent months. And actually, one of the most important 5G conference within Europe is now happening behind me in this building. And with that, in this building, it has the 5G network set up by a Chinese company. And under the help of this 5G technology, we can have some of the newest applications of this 5G technology. And today, in my live streaming, I will show you 4 of the main real cases and applications of this 5G technology later. And before all this, I will introduce my guests, Victor and Harry first. Hello, gentlemen.
Hi, how are you?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Yes, Victor and Harry. So these 2 gentlemen, they have been working in the telecommunication industry for decades, and they are the people who have the real experience of the evolution of 2G, 3G, 4G, and now 5G. So, Harry, please tell me, in your mind, put it in a simple way, that what is 5G and what kind of great changes it will bring us?
Well, simple way we can think that 5G is mainly about speed. So you can imagine that 4G right now is like a highway of only one lane, right? And with the 5G, what we do is to widen this lane to support speeds of up to 10 times. So if you, for example, want to download a movie, you are a movie fan, you want to download it in a full high definition, you can do this in just a matter of seconds.
Okay, and Victor, could you please tell me what is the biggest advantages of the 5G technology?
Yeah, there are 3 pillars in 5G. The first one is the speed. We are incrementing and growing the speed between 10 and 100 times. The second one is the latency. We are reducing the latency. Normally we have 200 milliseconds, 300 milliseconds, and now we are going to reach between 1 and 5 milliseconds. And the last one, but not the minus important, is the billions of connections that we can handle with the 5G connectivity.
Okay, so this makes the Internet of Things become reality, right?
Yes, the real Internet of Things and the explosion and the growth of the real Internet of Things.
Okay, so now let's start from our first stop, that is autonomous vehicle, which will be used very commonly in the future in our common people's life. And we can see this big car. It looks just like a big version of the children's remote controlled car. And we can see it is in motion without a driver sitting in front of the wheel. So let's get into the exhibition hall to find anyone who's driving that. Oh, yes, the gentleman is driving it. Yes, we can take a look at the gentleman is now controlling the driverless car. Can I have a try? Yes.
Hi.
Yeah.
This is
Can I have a try? Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Okay, I will have a try. Okay, we can see 2 screens. On the left, I think it is the screen in the front, and that is the back screen. So, okay. Oh, it's interesting, just like playing the game. Okay. Yep. Hey. Okay, so gentlemen, please tell me, what kind of scenarios are we going to use this car in the future?
Well, in the future, you can use it, for example, to some places where it is dangerous to drive. You can send the car to transport some loads, some goods. For example, for in a military scenarios when there is a war, yes, you can send this war to send the supply to the troops.
Okay. Who can play for us? Okay, yep. We want to find someone to, yes, drive on, please. So that we can see how it works. So why it could only work under the circumstances of the 5G technology?
Well, because it needs a very low latency in order that you can drive the car and react until whichever eventuality that it happens. So if someone passes in the middle of the car, if you brake, practically the system will respond on time and you will avoid any kind of accidents.
Okay, so with this operation, we can do some kind of rescue work instead of the dangerous work, instead of human being, or what
Yes, of course. With this type of vehicles, we can access to areas where it's dangerous for the rescue people,
Yeah.
and they can introduce there just with this technology and this type of cars. So it's not needed to be really the driver there.
Yeah.
The driver could be just not out of the area, could be far away in hundreds to thousands of kilometers.
And it also could refine the transportation, the situation, like avoid more car accident, right?
Yeah, also if we have not only one car connected, we have all thousands or all the cars connected, we can avoid the crashes, okay? Because the cars are going to have in a very low latency the information one to the other. When one human, for example, now the driver wants to advance any dangerous or whatever, the humans we need around 200 milliseconds, but the machine alone itself with the network can achieve in less than 5 milliseconds. So we reduce so much the gap that we can reduce the crashes.
Okay. So I think in the future the scenario will be like if something catastrophic disaster, like disaster happens, like the big earthquake, for example 7 or 8 magnitude. So there are always aftershock after that. So we don't need to deploy our rescue team, maybe less people to go there. We can deploy the autonomous vehicle to do this, maybe with another robotic arms to save the people who are buried under the debris, right?
Yeah, that is one of the ideas, because with the very low latency and the throughput, that is the speed that the network can keep, we can do this type of case, and we can reduce the impact of the situation.
Okay, just now that is the first application of the 5G technology, that is the autonomous vehicle. And now we come to our second stop, which is the hologram. I think previously I only see it in the Hollywood movie, but just now when I see it in person, because what you see on the screen just happened like half an hour ago. When I see these two people, I couldn't tell who is the real one, who is just made from the projectors maybe. So can you tell me which one is the real one? And you can see that the person standing on the right now with lighter suit, he's a fake man. So how does it happen?
Well, thanks to the 5G, we can transmit images with a better and higher quality. So what we did here is to send a lot of information in order to can build a three-dimensional body of the people that is located several miles away from here.
Okay, so you can see the man on the left is the using of technology of hologram, and as I said, It's just like when you make phone calls nowadays, we're using FaceTime with your mom. You can see your mom on the screen and hear her voice. But in the future, under the help of the 5G technology, using this hologram, you can see your mother in the real size and real height, and with three-dimensional status to chat with your mother, which will be more closer, right?
Yes, this obviously is going to increase to improve the experience you have. This is also part of the 5G, no? To improve the experiences you have with the technology and the interactions you have with others. So right now you are not going to watch it in just a flat screen. You can watch in a three-dimensional, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in a real size. If you have some limitations of space, you could have also a mini hologram and also have exactly the three-dimensional projection of your mother. And in the case of a concert, for example, if you are far away from the scenario, usually you cannot see so well, or you have see in a screen. In these cases, what you could do is to use this technology to make the projection of the artist about 10 times higher, in order that the people that is sitting far away from the scenario can watch it perfectly.
Okay. Yes, so that is why we're saying that in the future, if you want to, if your loved ones pass away, you may have this kind of memory, which is more vivid and more like a real life, to maybe to have this kind of memory instead of pictures or videos at the moment. Okay, so our next stop is the robotic arms, I think. So Victor, what kind of scenario are we going to use these robotic arms in the future?
One amazing scenario is this remote surgery. Okay, with this robot connected to the 5G, what we can achieve is so very low latency that led us to do surgeries from one country to the other. Far away, the doctor can make any surgery to the patient. For example, one patient in Beijing and the doctor in US. Okay, so that is an amazing idea.
Yes. Okay. Victor is telling us that in the future, with the help of these robotic arms, maybe the patient is in Beijing with the doctor in London, for example, so they can have this remote surgery using this robotic arms. So now we can see there are two sticks. Let's imagine this is the tools that doctor is going to use during the operation. So now I think I'm going to learn how to do it. Yes, at the stage. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Yes, yeah.
Hi.
So can you teach me how to show that?
Okay.
Can I hold it during the live?
No.
Okay.
No, you cannot.
Okay, so I couldn't hold anything during get along with our robotic arms friends. So I will put the microphone down on the table and yes, to do this demonstration.
Okay, stand still, please. Not like this.
Is it working?
Yes, okay.
The robot is moving. So it's me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's copy your movement.
Okay.
Copy your movement.
Okay. I want to get hold of the yellow stick.
Go down, and that's it. That's it. No press. Okay. Okay, very good.
So maybe I'm not good at doing this operation as a doctor. Like it's difficult for me to control this. Let me try one more time.
Go back. Open. And no press. No press. No press, no press. Okay, no press. So you catch it. Very good.
I can leave now.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yes.
Okay. So do you think it's accurate or like quick enough to do an operation or surgery? What do you think?
Well, right now maybe it is too soon. Of course, the technology needs to advance a little bit, but we are on the way. This is one of the first steps that we need to follow in order to get there.
Okay. And what else can it do? Like in the surgery or what other things?
We have other things, for example, in a farm where the worker is not needed to be in a farm. He can be just using the robot from at home or using from other country, other farm to the factory where is the robot doing whatever that is needed.
Yeah.
Also, you cannot start from scratch like you. You need some training in order to be ready to control the robot and so on.
Okay. So our last but not least application of 5G technology is this virtual reality. I think virtual reality, many people is familiar with it because I think it came out at the year 1990s. We have the concept of virtual reality, but it is 5G that makes it could flourish as what we can see. So Harry, could you be the volunteer to wear this glass and tell us what you can see?
Sure.
Okay, so tell us what you can see. Oh, actually, we can see it on the screen. Yes, what Harry is watching, we can see it on the screen. Tell us what you can see.
Feels like you are in the middle of the parade.
Yes, and what else? What can you see now? Some colors, right? What's that? What can you see?
The fireworks that are being fired to amuse people. Also, it feels like you are in the middle of everything.
In the middle of what?
In the middle of everything, so very close.
Yes. And what is in front of you?
It's like a statue, I think.
Statue. Okay.
Yes, like as a nude lady.
Yeah. Okay, so vivid. Okay, now you are now immersing in this virtual reality, right?
Yes. Like a Disney character. Funny, and the quality is very good.
Yes, we can see that it's kind of immersive experience, right?
Yes.
Like you're in the middle of everything. So, what are we going to use this technology in the future?
Well, you can use it in different sectors. Yes. For example, you have the tourism. You can, in advance, visit some places and decide if you want to go. You can go to to Mount Rushmore in USA without paying the plane ticket or pay all the paperwork to get the visa.
Yes. So, like for example, some people they don't want to take the risks of take the flights and fly everywhere. So maybe if next time if they want to go to the Egypt pyramid or go to Buckingham Palace in London, they can have this kind of experience rather than fly themselves to everywhere, taking like more than 20 hours flights. So what else? Application? What kind of application?
As we already saw, that not only the tourists, we have also some education. Okay, when you have not, you don't have a school closed, or you are not able to go to the schools because the environment is not possible, you can attend all the lessons at home directly, and with this technology, the immerse of the students is going to grow, and then it's going to be more easy for them to do the know, to get the knowledge.
So talking of 5G, the G stands for generation, the new generation, and I think the definition of different generations depends on the data transmission speed, right? So could you please summarize me for the audience, like what the main functions is that for different generations from 2G to 4G, 5G?
Yeah, 2G just was the call, okay? It was the technology that led us to start to call and to just the voice. With 3G we start the first connectivity, first applications appears and so on. Later, with the final ones was 4G. With 5G we have found the growth of the applications. We start with the smartphones every day, just playing and so on. And now 5G is the next step. It's all the objects, all the things together connected, and the humans, us, playing with this environment that everything connected.
Okay. So based on what Victor told us, what's in your mind of the future world with the help of the 5G technology?
Well, for sure, it's going to be an easier way to live, because this is what technology is about. It's not only to have everything connected, it's also to improve the life of human beings, making it easier and safety, as we can have seen with the different demos during this event.
So maybe it will not only, you could not only see it in the science fiction that the robots are running on the street and all your electronic equipment are connected. So let's now embrace the new era of 5G. So that is the end of our live streaming. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.